everyone. We're back here live at KubeCon, CloudNativeCon, wrapping up our day 3 coverage. I want to introduce you to our next guest, and if I mispronounce his name, I apologize. Gaurav Saxena.
Yes.
Gaurav's a real-life platform engineer for a major automotive company. He gave 2 talks here at KubeCon this year. One was on behalf of the OpenSSF, and one was on behalf of the PE.
OpenTelemetry.
Oh, excuse me, the OTEL
Yes.
conference. Now, Monday of this week was Satellite Conference Day, so we had we had the OTEL conference, we had the OpenSSF conference, they had others, we had the PE conference, we had a backstage con.
ArgoCon.
There were Argo CD Con and the rest. So, it's the day for all of them. But Gaurav, let's hear about your two presentations.
Sure.
But before we do,
Yes.
I don't want to, we're not mentioning companies or anything like this, but give people an idea, how long have you been a platform engineer? What's your journey been like?
Yeah, so I've been a platform engineer for about 10 years now. And I today work for a major automotive company. So my work is basically, I lead a platform engineering team to build an internal developer platform. So think like many verticals: observability, Kubernetes, CI/CD, database as a service, messaging as a service. So that's the work we do today for our internal teams to improve their developer productivity and efficiency.
Very good.
And my talks that you mentioned about, one was for the OpenTelemetry. So basically the use cases are, how do we do the over-the-air deployments to the vehicles? How do we monitor them through our OpenTelemetry stack? That was my talk based on the generalized OTel concepts. The second talk was around the open security. So how do we do the secure software supply chain? Like how do we make sure that software that we're deploying to the vehicles are secured by nature? So that was a talk around the open security part.
Excellent.
Yes.
That's one of the interesting things about platform engineering. Talking about observability, talking about security, but it all kind of fits in, right, to this idea of a platform, an underlying platform that we build upon, whether it's DevOps or cloud native, or we're building on that platform. It touches all of those things.
Correct.
What was some feedback from the audience, from peers and other platform engineers there? What did they think?
Yeah, so I got a huge interest on the way we do OpenTelemetry today. The reason being is that in my current role, we are using OTel stack for all the 3 signals: logs, metrics, traces. And how do we use this in a vendor agnostic way? Right? It's an open source standard. How do you scale millions of vehicles that are supported on the platform? How do you monitor them? How do you monitor the progress of the software delivery? How do you enhance the cloud software development through OpenTelemetry stack? Not only in terms of the observing, but also from the deployment perspective. So I got a huge interest in terms of people coming in and asking how do we use the open source software? How are you able to manage the fleet of collectors? How are you able to upgrade them? How are you able to get the maximum performance out of those collectors? Right, so that's the area of interest among the audience that I got. Basically, they were asking about what's the blueprint, right? So not essentially sausage making, but the blueprint, like how the high level concepts work, right? The other theme around the Open Security Con was basically the way we do our software deployments in terms of CI/CD pipelines. How do you make sure that those images that we're deploying are free of critical vulnerabilities? How we are making sure that those images that we are actually taking from third-party dependency softwares, they are trusted. So what's the process? How we are doing the trust in the zero security network architecture, so that there is not only the software that we are running, but its dependencies also we make sure that they are in compliance with our security compliance point of view, right? So those are the 2 main themes. Yes.
I appreciate that, and the nice thing is probably both of those were recorded, right?
Yes.
So they'll be available to download
Correct.
on the
CNCF
website,
Correct.
CNCF website.
Yes.
Let me ask another issue, or another question. For folks out there who are saying, You know, this platform engineering sounds interesting. I'd like to be a platform engineer.
Yes.
Or, you know, I considered that. Give people a sense of your day-to-day as a platform engineer. What do you work on?
Yes.
What are some of the problems you're solving?
Yes.
Like what is it like to be a platform engineer?
Oh, I came into platform engineering field right when Kubernetes was getting shaped up in 2015 era. So it's been 10 years, and before then I was a software engineer. So coming from the engineering background, when I was an application developer, my knowledge, my skill sets were only confined to that particular business domain level knowledge. When I transitioned to platform engineer, my breadth of knowledge skill sets, not only in terms of the infrastructure, but how do we operate the services as a service operator. I was able to find out the business value because I today host many different applications that powers different critical user experience workflows. So as an operations engineer, I am able to make sense of why these services exist in the platform, how can we make it more performance in our infrastructure development, and how can we power those developers to do their job efficiently. So it gives me a pleasure being a platform engineer, not only knowing the breadth of all the operations for those services that we operate on, but also powering them, enabling them through the infrastructure in the cloud native way. So yes, I enjoy my role at the platform engineer.
Do you?
Yes, very much.
Before platform engineering was a thing, what did you call yourself?
I was a generalist software engineer. So I was working on things like video encoding. So before my platform engineer, I had a background on writing the software that actually was in your mobile handsets, for example. I'm talking about pre-Android, pre-iOS era, pre-Apple era, where you used to have like a Nokia handsets, BlackBerry handsets, and you had very low power devices in terms of the capabilities back then because of the compute. How you're able to render your media playback on your handheld sets. I was working on those media encryption and audio compression algorithms back then. And my contributions then actually got open sourced to the Android.
Really?
To the Android.
Oh, that's great.
So the first Android version 2008 that came out was running the software that I worked on.
That you worked on.
Yes. So
good for you, man.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
All right. Hey, we got to wrap up.
Yes.
Gaurav, thank you for
pleasure.
coming on. Thank you for what you do for the community.
Thank you.
Hey, that's going to wrap up KubeCon Day 3 here, man. I hope you've enjoyed it. Atlanta, we'll miss you. We'll be back tomorrow with our regular Tech Strong TV, but for now, this is Alan Schimmel. We're out.